Okay, we got quite the time on this one. It's quite interesting because I've been all my life almost, yeah, I'm not that old, but I've been quite obsessed with this three kind of ideas that I'm even like putting my life at risk with it, and I'm experimenting with this all my life. And the third one I'm not gonna reveal because scientifically speaking, that's gonna ruin the accomplishment of the dream. The more you talk about your dreams or your goals before taking any action towards them, I am taking action, but still, I'm not gonna risk that. But the other two are quite fascinating. One is that excellence is enough, and true excellence doesn't need marketing, doesn't need packaging, doesn't need anything. And that's one of the theories I got, and I'm kind of have a lifelong bias towards it because that's how I operate. And the other thing is that numbers do the thing. That's it. It's not that kind of elaborate and clean to say, but basically, if you have excellence in ridiculous amount of numbers, not only the numbers are gonna lead to excellence, but also the excellence is gonna speak for itself. So, and I've been doing this kind of religiously in my life as well, because even now, like, I'm gonna start representing the Jesus, representing the videos and ideas in as a Leiden graduate, lawyer, writer, whatever, because although I'm against like packaging anything, and believe me, I know how to package shit because I do marketing for law firms, so it's literally on one side I have the 7 years of law credentials. Yeah, for fuck's sake, like top 100 university in my niche. That's your metrics of excellence, not mine. But if I want to say, okay, your metrics suck, I need to excel at it first. That's one of the ways. And the other is basically 17 years of writing 6 to 9 hours or 8 hours a day. Sometimes, to be honest, 10 hours a day is like, even yesterday I wrote like 8 pieces. And I think going back and forth with the ideas, it took me like about 11 hours. So, yeah. And the rest of it was sleep and eat, I guess. But, and read a little bit. But that's the main idea. And so I present this idea in the best way possible to be like the most simple way possible to get this across, because I've been studying about like 70 successful people in history, post-mortem or at their own time and stuff like that. And what I noticed was there is this interesting pattern emerging that there is this focus, this obsession with a niche that every one of these successful people has. You take psychologist. There is this guy who is the cognitive dissonance guy. There is this guy who is this conditioning guy, Pavlov, I think. Fuck it, not think. Pavlov is the conditioning guy, and the other one is like the influence guy, the persuasion guy. Everyone is known as this guy. Even like the gurus, self-help gurus, One is a law of attraction guy. One is law of what you call accommodation guy. Everyone is a lawyer without any degrees these days. But yeah, and what I noticed is there is a fascination in this discovery that, even if you call it a discovery, that everyone not only, and I'm gonna explain the psychological effects of the whole thing as well. Everyone is not only narrowing down on one thing, but also there is excellence in any of them. Van Gogh, in Kafka, in Beckett, in everyone. And there is this interesting thing that the excellence is there. The Van Gogh excellence, the Picasso excellence, everyone has this excellence. And what I noticed, even in the current day gurus and marketing people like Hormozy, the Dan or whatever, or the other guy, I receive his newsletters to keep up with the marketing world and stuff like that. So basically, everyone who, at least in my subjective view, after all, everyone is biased towards their own experiences and their life patterns. Everyone has this excellence, let's call it. Someone has the skill, someone has the product, someone has the presentation, someone has the method, someone has the book, everyone has this excellence kind of thing going for them. And what fascinates me is that the only disconnect between excellence post mortem being recognized and the excellence being while they are alive being recognized, but of course with a lag, 20, 30, 5 years of lag between reality and their identity. The disconnect is actually the numbers, because if you look at all these great people I've studied, and you can study whoever you want as well, whoever you want to study in your niche. And there is this interesting pattern emerging, and that those who had excellence and did it enough times forced themselves to the world to recognize their excellence faster. And that's why Hormozy literally says, do what you want to do, what you like, enough times that it's impossible to not be noticed. And the other thing is, every single time you do things, you hone the skill and you master the details. It's with the cooking, it's with writing, it's with everything else. It's just a commitment. And there is another psychological factor to it, that not everyone does 17 years of writing every single day for 5 to 10 hours, let's say, a day. That's a scarce. And people don't give a shit about why something is a scarce. They want to be associated with the scarcity. That's the human uh, craving for meaning, and that meaning is associated with value, and value with associated with subjectivity, and it's not subjectivity, but the subjectivity of how scarce is this. There has been a lot of kind of experiments throughout the years on this. There is this cookie experiment that one group of people have been presented with a cookie jar of 10 cookies, the same cookie, and the other group with the same cookie with a jar holding two, you know. And there is this fascination that not only numbers hone your craft, because it takes more dedication, and the more dedication you show to it, to the craft, the more, funny enough, you're gonna be scarce in dedication and in excellence and in expertise in that lane. So the more time you spend at it and you hone your skill with focus, the more scarce you're gonna be, because your experiments, your excellence, and your experiences are not gonna be replicatable, if that's even a word. So when there is no replica of you, you become valuable. It doesn't matter what you do, it becomes who you are. It becomes instinct. I can literally weave 50 layers of stories and have this. This is not authority kind of technique, but just as an example, have these bestsellers and have these people literally in awe. How do you weave 50 layers of stories and keep them coherent with symphony kind of sounding sonically of each syllable serving a purpose of emphasizing a point? How do you literally juggle 50 things at once? But what they don't understand is that you don't juggle 50 things at once. You juggle one thing. Because every layer, everything you do over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, every layer is becoming part of your identity, part of who you are. So basically, my point is that we have this cognitive dissonance guy. We have all these guys being known for one thing or two things they did. For instance, Cialdini is the influence guy, the persuasion guy. He literally spent 7 years writing one book, and the other book he wrote, like which is one of the most, funny enough, influential books in human psychology. So this guy, 80 years now, I think, um, is known for two books. So he's the influence and persuasion guy because of his books. And what I am obsessed with knowing, and even literally putting my own skin in the game for the whole thing, every step of my life, has been that I don't want to be known as the excellence guy or the numbers guy. There has been like a lot of experimentation going on with this, but I just want to know for sure, for real, for concrete conclusion for myself that yes, this is the actual way. Because if you, for 100%, and I don't believe in chance or whatever, when and you can look at it in many ways. 8 billion people bleed red. You don't need to cut 8 billion veins to know that. Everything functions based on law. And in a universe that everything has a reason, there is no fucking luck, you know? Luck is basically our ignorance of the invisible ties of things and patterns of things that we say, okay, this is luck. There is no fucking luck. But yeah, what I want to and am experimenting with in my own personal life and professional life or anything is that if, let's say, if number leads to excellence and excellence itself is enough, then everyone can literally follow the simplest path to success. You literally find what you want, and this is another kind of sub plot of the whole theory that whenever you want something, whenever you feel attraction towards something based on identity, based on whatever, so basically you are weighing reward and effort against each other. That's your neurological structure, your neurons, and your neural pathways. So everything is effort and reward. And that's with the depressed people, because the effort is so tremendously high in relation to the reward that you don't even do laundry because doing laundry is not reward enough for the effort it costs you. So what I noticed, there is a hack to it. There is this flow state. So if everything is costing you energy to have the effort and the reward, there is the simplest hack to the whole system, that you make the reward the effort. And how you do that? Everyone has this inner calling, passion, dream, or whatever. Everyone enjoys one thing. I enjoy writing. Writing is not work for me. Writing is identity. And when I write, I don't think of the hour. I don't think of the effort. I don't think of why, how, when, where. I just do it because the energy, the effort becomes its own reward. And if anything is costing you fuel, your passion is infinite amount of fuel. So, and then you have, this is the whole beauty of this is the beauty of the whole system. And when you have infinite amount of fuel, you do it infinite amount of times. And this is the congruency of the whole system. A, you have infinite fuel. B, you do it infinite amount of times. C, as a result of doing it infinite amount of times, and this goes back to Elon Musk saying do it enough times that it's impossible to fail. This goes back to Alex Hormozy saying do it enough times, what you like, enough times to be impossible to fail. All of these people found a pattern doing it in numbers. There is no pattern in 2 times. There is no pattern in 5 times. There is a pattern in 100 times, 1,000 times. So Exhibit C, as staying true to my law roots, is gonna be not only do it enough times to gain mastery, is literally the perfect picture, the perfect vase that you, instead of doing one perfect picture, taking one perfect picture, you take 100, 1,000 shitty pictures. And that the 100s or the 1,000s becomes the perfect picture, you know. So Exhibit C would be, okay, you have infinite amounts of energy to do it for infinite amount of times, and the result of infinite amount of time doing it not only is gonna be scarce, so it's gonna have value in a scarcity itself, but also you're gonna master the details and inherently ingrain the identity of instinctual or instinctive details as just walking in the park, second nature to you. So the Exhibit C is gonna become excellence itself, and that excellence sells, you know. So that's the whole mental structure of it, and that's why I didn't want to whore my writing to publishers and to even have a thumbnail editing thing for myself, because my thoughts should be enough. Because enough times I hone my thoughts, my writing, if this system is actually working. And funny enough, everyone in history I've studied shows this pattern that, yeah, if you do things you love enough times, it becomes inevitable. Fucking Hormozy, fucking Elon Musk, fucking Picasso, it doesn't even have a timeline. And it's inevitable. So what I'm experimenting is that, okay, but there is a funny thing that none of these people are mentioning, that the doing it alone without even being open to refinement or anything, you refine it anyways, because the numbers show you the patterns that are working. Even now, I'm gonna make this video, and every video from now on I'm just gonna title with what you call Leiden lawyer, writer, polymath, because that's not declaration, it's just my identity. I've got two masters in law. One of them is from a very elaborative university in my niche, top 100 scarcity in my niche, and the other is 17 years of writing. And my linguistic kind of um, enthusiasm and psychology aspect of my life, marketing and everything, that's literally what a polymath is. So it's literally just identity declaration. It's not like gimmick, it's not marketing, it's not anything. So what I noticed that even that thought itself came to me because I'm doing this, and I'm not gonna stop because I need to show this system to me that yeah, this is the way, and if this is the way, this is the most simple way to excel at anything, because you have something you want to do anyways because you have passion for it. You do it enough times, you hone that, and you become more and more rare every single day you commit to it, and eventually you're gonna be 1% person doing that with excellence. And that excellence, because of scarcity and because of the expertise, is gonna sell. That's a whole system. So yeah, I'm just gonna experiment with this going forward because I'm quite lucky and blessed. This is not blessed. This is literally commitment to the one identity for all my life, that I have time to experiment with this because I'm fucking 25 years old and I already have almost capped out in academic world, taking ravenous action in the marketing and the practical world, and at the same time I'm writing, I'm handling 4 or 5 YouTube channels. All of these are gonna literally fucking blow up, and that's the universe shit because universe doesn't give you breadcrumbs every single day with consistency. It literally hoards everything, and one day you become a fucking billionaire because 50 layers of uh, 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 years of investment has just blown up in one day. That's the one night success thing. But yeah, I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna stop. That's the stupidest way to actually commit to anything because everyone has said this. You need to win once, and you gain so much thing just doing. You gain self recognition, self confidence, congruency with your identity. You gain 50 things just trying. And if the results don't show up, you just try again. That's literally, and this is the cognitive um, conning of yourself bit that is fascinating because say you do something for 50 years and you die without the results, which is impossible with the sheer number of things and the patterns that you see from historical figures doing it so many times. But let's say that's a fact. You die having conned yourself to the grave that it's gonna work, and it didn't work. And you don't even think about having not worked, you know? That's the beauty of it. You keep doing till you die, and when you die, it doesn't matter because you don't even think of failing. That's basically like the whole mystery of why people quit, because quitting is just guaranteed failure. But yeah, so yeah, this is the another installment in this experimentation I got going on, and we're gonna see how the metrics are gonna um, matter because what I noticed, I wanted to finish the video, but yeah, what I noticed with YouTube after doing like about 2 years of YouTube among across like 5 channels, I noticed that YouTube actually wants to find your demographic because it pays them the engagement, and it pays you literally with viewership and with the cult kind of gathering. But at the same time, it pushes this uh, capitalism not inception, but conceived concept of individualism that it literally improves the face of this disconnected social presence we all have. That's why I don't even literally fucking edit a video or anything, because that's just against my actual literally identity, that I want to find the raw human mechanics of psychology and find the answers that I'm fascinated about. That's a basic um, thing. But and in order to do that, I'm not gonna just say, okay, Mr. Beast did that, Mr. Beast did that. I'm gonna use that as metrics of success as well, because it's another pattern. But when I do that, I'm just gonna engage the SEO of YouTube, everyone looking up Mr. Beast. But that's not actually my demographic. My demographic is polymath, polyglot, lawyer, writer, thinker, psychologist, whatever. And for that, I don't need to market myself as such brand, but I need to actually give enough care to attract those kind of people, you know? So that's why it hit me. Even literally, I woke up today, it hit me that, yeah, why not just but all not only it shows expertise, that yeah, this guy has two master degrees, everything he speaks about law, he has the backing of it, and he even my speech patterns show, although English is not my mother language and my mother tongue, but writing in different languages, at least my speech patterns show that yeah, this guy is actually a 17 years old committed writer, because every word is meticulously um, weighed, and every emotional weight is tasted on the tongue, you know. So that's basically about it. So yeah, we're gonna go with this experiment and see what happens. Till the next one, pay you some.